Hello, guys, and welcome. It's James and John, and we're going through our round 13 betting tips. We'll go
Back
through the
together live in Australia.
yeah, we're
Same
here.
room.
Yeah, whoa, that's
High
right.
fives.
Whoa. So we're here together. We should be here for the whole episode. We're going to smash through this, go through the round 12 recap first, and we actually had we had a decent round. Thankfully, we popped off because of the bonus bet strategy. We'll go through it, but this is a great reminder to always have your bet covered. I do the $50 because every bet I do is covered by a $50 same leg bonus bet, a same game bonus bet refund if one leg fails. And we'll get through to it, but you'll see it paid off really well this week. So not a bad round of footy for the bye round. Kept us busy. So yeah, we'll get into the first game, which was the Brisbane Essendon one. So you'll see in this one, Berry and Ashcroft, awesome. Berry 25 on the wing was fantastic. That's all we need him for, 15. But Darcy Wilmot, John and I were talking about it. It's like he doesn't have a new role or anything. He's like just missing. I don't know if he's like just down in confidence and Ainsworth is having a purple patch and like.
I am concerned he's no longer. Is it because of Fletcher? I don't know. Or is it maybe...
So that's a good. Yeah, we were talking about that. Jasper Fletcher's coming to the back line and just getting 20s and stuff.
Yeah, and then great. Like Kitty's coming back. Maybe they're like, well, because they probably want them both in the team. Maybe they're like the long term. They're like, well, Wilmot won't be that guy, and when Kitty's back, so maybe they're trying to move him into more a shutdown role. I don't know. He's just not. He's not getting that ball around. Like last year, all I pictured in my mind was Wilmot on that back 50, gets a nice kick and just hits a short kick. That's all it was, and I just not seen it.
Yeah, no, that is a great point because Jasper Fletcher played wing all last year, and then to start this year with Levi Ashcroft, he's been playing backline, and it's now, we're recording this on the Saturday morning, but it's now 3 weeks in a row where Darcy Wilmot's missed, so we'll rehash it again when time comes, but it's just a couple of short misses, and when Kitty Coleman comes back, there's even more fingers, or even more disposals that'll go missing for him, so.
Fingers in the pie.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if that's the right expression. I think it is. And the last one there was Andy McGrath, and fuck, he was gone to shit.
We're making a graphic for next week, James. We're gonna do this live. Fucking McGrath on the blacklist.
Yeah. Well, I think he was fine until Merritt went in the back line and pretty much did his exact role, which was the whole game. So
and it stinks of Brad Scott loving that move.
Yeah, well. And plus Parrish is back now, so like, do they? Yeah. Durham was injured that game, but so I was surprised Merritt didn't go into the midfield once Durham got injured. They left him in the back line there, which means I think it's a role he might stay in for a while. Yeah,
and I think Essendon are obviously going to lose. I think they're hanging on obviously with these injuries. They're going to lose more games than they win, and I think that if Brad Scott can make his losses look a little bit better with having a Merritt in the back line, he will do it. I think, and
So super annoying, but as you can see in the players who missed below, there's 2 out of the 5 that have missed already in the one game. So unfortunately, we didn't get a bonus bet or anything for this one for the Thursday night game, but John and I are going to rip through this so we get the video out in time. The next one was...
this is the disappointing one of the week.
Oh, like, it's so disappointing when it's going to hit, and then there's something just out of your control, out of the player's control. Like, Paddy Lipinski was going to hit for
he
sure.
Was looking... Honestly, it was the best game he'd played all year.
Oh.
And then fucking Lloyd Meek just fucking whomped him.
Oh, that was so annoying. So, like, he was on, 11 when he kicked that goal?
Not even halfway through the third.
Yeah, and then, and it's not his choice as well. Like, the trainers are telling him to come off, concussion. It's what you got to do, the protocol and shit. But the bookies don't give a fuck about that. If it's after half time, they're giving you the big fucking double bird and saying, fuck you, your players play.
They're fucking sitting at home going.
Yeah, the bookies are fucking, yes, come on, more injuries. They're fucking...
fuck him up.
They are filthy.
They're on the phone to Meek. You reckon it's the fucking coaches on the phone to these boys? They're on the phone to Meek on the bench going, mate, we'll give you fucking 3K here to take out Lippers.
Yeah, the players are on the phone to Sportsbet, Ladbrokes, fucking take this player out. So
it's a real hitman job going out there. So.
It is. So unfortunately, Lipinski was going to hit. He's included here, and I've got the little injured thing. So when you think about it, only 2 of the players had actually properly missed. Darcy Cameron, though, was on 0 at quarter time, and man,
we were messaging, fuck boy.
Yeah, he I can't believe that. Go on 0 at quarter time and then come back and go, I think it was like 6-5-6 or something with his
And
disposals.
like played really well.
Yeah.
Like it just didn't seem. He just had to wear Meek out for a quarter, and then he took him to bits. So.
Yeah, it was great to see Darcy Cameron, and that just fills me with confidence where if he can have a bad quarter, just give him the whole game and he's still a very good chance to
Yeah,
hit.
without Mason Cox in the team, I feel pretty confident in him. Do you have anyone else on the bet you want to talk about, or I've got one?
Not for this week. I'll speak about Amon next week. Side bottom continuing to kill it. What is he, like 33? Absolutely smashing it, having an amazing season. I think we're good for the foreseeable future where he's not going to get subbed or anything, but maybe that problem couldn't happen down the line. But I think for this window, the next month or something, I think he's great for 20.
Especially, we'll talk about that when we get to their podcast later, actually. But the other guy, there's only one other guy I want to talk about. We flagged him and thought he would be a good goat. Jack Sicily, obviously injured now, but also never fucking betting that guy ever again.
Oh, yeah, 5. Yeah, it was crazy.
So dead in the water.
Or 6. Well, he's out for a month or so now, so don't have to worry about him.
I don't even think I would not blame that injury for only touching that ball 5 times. He just could not fucking find it.
Yeah.
So.
No, that was very rough. Just moving on to the next one. Oh, sorry, I'll keep it relatively short to this bet slip, I guess, just so we can pump it out in time. Oh, so because we lost this one by 1, let me just remind you, Paddy Lipinski got injured, and because the bookies hate our guts, we got a bonus bet. And thank you, bookies, because then we put it onto the next game. So the Gold Coast Freo game, you don't have to do anything tricky. Just take the bonus bet, put it on the exact same thing you have. And then, yeah, thankfully we're already in a good spot to start the weekend. But let me just not cover Jono. John Noble, Took Miller, Jordan Clark, Matty Rowell, and Caleb Sarong.
This is the one that we pissed in.
Yeah, well, this one was like one of those really good ones where it's like all hitting pretty consistently. There was no player that really sort of fell behind. Everyone was looking great. Matty Rowell looked the best early, then Jordan Clark looked amazing. So, it was just great to see.
Took was the only guy, and Took, it was just like, it was only because he went that like half-hour patch where he didn't touch it, and but then he just last quarter he went four touches in like 2 minutes, and it was over.
Yeah, and Took hasn't missed 20 all year, and when your last leg is like someone who has hit every game all year or like pretty consistent, you're pretty confident. So
yeah.
Johnny Noble got 22, really like him, but I think his buddy like Dan Rioli got like a bunch of the footy too, 27 posies. So I'm only saying that because I'm bullish on Noble for 25, but
I give him the benefit of the doubt with the torrential rain, because it's not a game where you can just do that. It's like why take the risk on a 15-meter sideway pass to Johnny Noble in the torrential rain when you can just dump kick it down the line?
Yeah,
so
true.
It's just not worth that extra risk that he missed the kick and stuff. And that there was a lot of times he would have got that kick in the dry.
And I think, that was part the reason for this bet, to keep Johnny Noble to 20 and to go like the more contested players like Matty Rowell, Caleb Sarong. I was very chuffed with that pick, just to go the ball magnets in the wetter conditions. So
yeah, nice.
Not much to say about this one. Again, we're just going to rip through this. That was bet 4. Bet 5 was the Giants Richmond game. So we're including this in the result, even though I didn't bet on it. I wasn't that confident, but this is the bet I provided. This is the one I would have included. This as a loss if it lost anyway. So this is the one we did in the video, and thankfully this one hit. But I actually didn't really watch a lot of this game until the last quarter, where I saw GWS coming back a bit. So
it was weird, but like in all the guys that we picked just fucking did their job, did it easy.
Yeah, well, I was like, there's no way in hell I'm watching this. Giants will pump them by like 60 points. And then they're down by a lot. Cal Ward, unfortunately season over, comes out, gives them a little, rev up at 3/4 time, and they come back and win. So apparently it was one of the best games of the season. I just didn't watch it. So
I can't really say much either on this game. I think we said last week, this is going to be the worst game of this weekend.
So, actually, I remember Kelly hit in the last like 7 seconds or something. I was watching that. And so
actually, Kelly definitely, we did sneak over on that one.
Yeah, sorry, this is a good point. So Kelly played a wing role that whole game. So Kelly, actually, CBAs without notice. I'm just having a quick little look. GWS. Kelly, I reckon, had 0% CBAs. That is huge. So,
how many did Cal Ward have the week before?
Cal Ward, he had 0. He's had 0 for the last month.
Okay, so that's not going to impact.
Oh god, my eyes are so bad. O'Halloran has gone up to 60%. But so the point I'm trying to say is, a winger for 20 posies is a fair ask. Like Levi Ashcroft has been good this year. Josh Dacos when he was playing wing last year. Jared Berry this year. Like, there's a couple of wingers who can do it, but Kelly to just hit 20, I'm like, maybe
It's crazy that he's not getting those. I know he's a wingman, but like they're struggling in that midfield. It's crazy.
Yeah, and there's no Finn Callahan, so I was like, it's very odd he wasn't in the midfield. But yeah, that's probably the only thing. Sam Banks taking that Jane Short role. Lockie Ash, All-Australian year. Nick Vlosten, I usually wouldn't really pick. I think he was like $1.10. If he's more value, I'd definitely pick him. And Hopper for 20 had a great game. So anyone else you want to cover off in this, or again, we'll just rip through?
Nah, keep going.
Oh, nice. So that brings us to bet 5, which was the Swans game. Oh yeah. So, this one, look, I'll put my hand up. I was very bullish on Berry, and you know what fucking sucks even more? I was bullish on Berry, Justin McInerney, and Peatling. Out of all those for 20, out of all those plays for 20, only Berry missed and the others hit. So the one I pick fucking misses, but I was more bearish on more bullish on Berry because I feel like he's been sub a lot. He finally broke into the mid, got 20, like 5 posies or something the week before against West Coast. I just really thought he was going to step up, cement himself in that side, but the 16 is actually generous. I think he got a couple of those in the last quarter. He could have easily been on like 12, 13.
He was looking dead in the water at 3/4 time. So, look, it's not a bad pick. Like, it's weird that he didn't get it, especially in such a beatdown. Like, you think that even if he was playing around that half forward role, that it would just fall his way.
That's the thing too. When Adelaide were running away with it, I was like, oh, perfect. Berry will just it'll just fall in his lap. And then
everyone's going to get 20 touches when you win them by fucking 100. But...
Yeah, but he was there though, mind you. So, what's his name? Berry, 45% CBAs. You know, he was around a lot of the stoppages. I mean, that's all he can really play. So whether he's starting half forward and coming on ball,
and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it like like next week and stuff. But he still has that role, even as of last night. He still has that role. So yeah.
Oh, sorry, you can see there he got 26 last week, the week before. So, but yeah, I thought he was great value. So just a little bit annoying. Isaac Heaney has been great, and this is one of the first times I haven't bet on Chad Warner. So Chad Warner's been a great price for 20, always over $1.20, and then he finally dipped below $1.20. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go Heaney. At the time, Heaney was worth more. I think he was $1.25 or $1.30. Heaney hit, Warner missed. So just remember that. I love a player coming off a miss, especially someone who's going to average over their bracket for the year. So I think Warner will be great for next week. But it was just it was a great coincidence that as soon as he dips below a certain price, we're like, all right, he's too short. And then he misses. Like, that's, crazy.
Yeah. Keep it going.
Yep. No, nice. And so you can see we lost that bet by 1. So what does that mean? We get to bet on this one twice with the bonus bet. So thankfully, like, again,
Marcus Windhager. Bang, bang.
Yeah,
bang.
Had a huge freaking game. So just a great reminder, don't do anything tricky. Just use the bonus bet, flip it over into what you need. And yeah, we can still have a good round, even though you're winning I think we only won 3 bets or 3 or 2 this one, and all the bonus bets just absolutely kick us off. But yeah, you want to talk about Marcus Windhager?
Yeah, season high CBAs had played as much CBAs as Jack Steele, so equal highest CBA count for Saints. No Jack McRae there. He's playing genuine mid. Fucking great game by him.
Yeah.
The other one we probably need to talk about is Wangini Miller. Look dead.
Out. Oh, I was having chats with people in the Discord, and I was like, all right, he's done. He's gone. He got the HIA. He's off for the whole second quarter. There is no chance. I was actually really hoping he was going to get subbed, because I'm like, if he gets subbed by halftime, we're going to get our money back. He doesn't get subbed, and I'm like, all right, this is really shit. I think he was on... Hold on, I want to check this because this fucking was huge. I'm pretty sure he was on 8 or something at halftime, and I was like,
I looked at it and I'm like, all right, so this is dead.
Yeah,
Didn't even think about it.
No, I'm just looking at his stats right now. Okay, so in the first quarter, 5 posies, and in the second, he got 2. So he was on 7 at halftime. What the fuck? And then he comes back, 7 in the third, so he's on 14. So we need a huge last quarter. We need 11 posies. No way he's going to do that. He not only does it, he does it in the first, 6 minutes or something, and then he finishes with 15 posies in that quarter. So that's insane. Probably one of my favorite 25s at the moment.
One thing I'd say as well, just quickly on him, is that no Jack McRae, right? We saw a little bit of a CBA increase with him. He was back to playing back flank, and I think that's probably his best position. So
yeah, he looks just great there.
Yeah, loved it.
Yeah, Petrarca was actually almost a worry. He was very close to missing in the end. So the 22 he got, just in the last few stoppages. But yes, I still really like Petrarca. I feel like that's a down game for him. So I feel like he can get 25 usually. Ryan Burns, fantastic. I think he's only had one miss this year. It's crazy to just, ride his coattails or whatever, the wet sail, whatever the fuck, where he started as $1.60 and now we're getting him for $1.20, and yeah, he's just looking great. So happy to jump on him. And Cal Wilkie, 31 posies, in the All-Australian defender back there, insane. So huge. Yeah. Huge. So this one, not much to talk about because everything hit. Actually, one I do want to talk about, a player I really like, Jake Bowie. So 17 posies, that's 2 in a row where he's got 17 posies, but I really like him. So I know he got sort of shut down the week before against Sydney where James Jordan was on him. James Jordan was on Jake Bowie. That's crazy. And then anyway, this week, I'm pretty sure there was no one on him, but he just didn't hit. So I like him to bounce back.
Against Saints, it's a trick. You'd think he would have hit it quite easily against the Saints. I like him against Collingwood this week, though. But anyway, we'll talk about him in a bit.
Yep, nice. Okay, so that's that one. Oops, that's the bonus round. Last one. Okay, fuck. This is... I was... Oh my god, I had This is with a great regret. We have to put this man as soon as I put him on the YouTube thumbnail, and I had a personal bet on him, like a decent one, and I had a lot of legs hit. This was the last leg. I had like Bailey Smith and Ryan Marriott going into the Sunday night game, and I'm like, I'm home and I'm safe. As soon as Geelong kicked 2 points, Duggan takes a kick out, and then Tyler Dewar. I'm like, who the fuck are you? What are you taking kick outs? Yeah. I was like, this is done. And then Ryan Marrick's on the wing, and like, oh my god.
When I saw him on the wing, I'm like, all right, we're in big trouble here. Yeah. And they're like, oh, maybe there's a chance he has a big half. And then the fucking subvest comes out. I'm like, okay, this is dead. And not only is it dead, he is no longer an option.
Yeah.
So he's no longer. Well, we know the answer to the question now. Who's more of a lock? Is it the guy who plays Goldie every week or Ryan Marrick?
It's so crazy how a role change can just absolutely kill a player. So I will, look, I might take a punt on Ryan Marrick for 15 or so, if he's paying well, but at the moment it's just like, nah, if he's not in his half backline role where he's getting a bunch of kickouts, because he was like never a contested player, but what West Coast must see in him is a good runner. So he can run up the ground a lot, provide an option, maybe an inside 50 kick, I don't know, but...
Unfortunately, I really like betting on West Coast games with Ryan Marrick in there because it's just like, oh, this is it. This is like, oh, that's a short leg. That's a guaranteed leg and it's paying good value. Other than Liam Baker, I don't really like any of the West Coast players anymore.
Yeah, Harley Reid's... I know you like Harley Reid, but
I do.
Yeah,
I like Harley Reid.
Liam Baker actually turned around. After those 2 misses where he got 18, he looked fantastic. I think he got like 29 or something. Actually, maybe not 29. Oh, he did. He got 29 pods. He's best on ground for West Coast. Jeez. So that's a great point. People in the comments are saying he's on the ban list. Don't write off a player just because they have like 2 misses in a row. It can happen. Liam Baker's going to average over 20 this year. So he's naturally...
In saying that, fucking put Ryan Marrick on the ban list with great regret. because love the guy, but...
That is a different scenario, though, because that's an actual role change where it's actually affecting his posse. So, yeah, I can't be betting on Ryan Marrick for 20 plus when he's on the wing.
With the new kid coming back as well, the Tom Cully is his name, the mid-season, he's a defender. Marrick, I could see Marrick getting the sub vest again this week, and then next week, by the time that kid's ready to go, Marrick's just out of the team, I reckon.
Yeah. So it might just be a wait and see for now. You good to roll into the bets for this round?
Let's get into it.
Nice. So without any editing or what have you, let's go into...
With the magic of TV production.
We're here already. That's crazy. All right, so let me get this sorted. Oh, shit, wait. Here we go. So the Richmond-Sydney game, right? Let me start the timer. Start. We have included Jake Lloyd for 15, Chad Warner for 20, Sam Banks for 20, and Jacob Hopper for 25. So I'm not going to lie, just straight up, I'm going to tell you, I wasn't a huge fan of this one because I've only bet 25 on it. I couldn't really find too many options of value that I liked, so I didn't want to go full, overboard with something I wasn't super keen on. I mean, I really like Chad Warner, but then apart from that, I feel like I was taking a risk on like Hopper and Banks. I don't know. So
yeah, I like Chad Warner a lot. Richmond's not. Oh, they've got fucking McIntosh. He's not really going to tag him. So I like. Yeah, Chad Warner's the guy that I would definitely like to see there. can Richmond back it up again? I don't think so.
Do you know what's like crazy? I'm pretty sure Sydney are like $1.50 or something to win this. Richmond are $2.40, which is
That
to
is
me.
fuck.
So $2.75 Richmond, $1.46 Sydney. I almost just wanted to bet straight on Sydney.
I know we've only done it once this year, and it actually worked. That Melbourne West Coast game. This is definitely in that ballpark.
Yeah.
I think Sydney win this.
Because like I know Sydney are only one spot above, or like one win above Richmond on the ladder, but like I don't see Sydney on the same.
If there's any life in this fucking team,
Yeah.
and like Sydney just have better players at the end of the day. They are better players, and if they've got any respect or heart, they'll win this game.
Yeah, that's what it feels like to me. So I'm very tempted to include Sydney, and I was maybe going to because I couldn't really find many other players of value. But yeah, let me just
to the listeners, I feel like if you're gonna break it, one of our golden rules of don't bet on the result, this is one of those games you can.
Yeah. So in the 15 posse bracket, like James Rowbottom, yeah, not much value. Jake Lloyd just coming off a miss, and he was averaging 20 in his last 10. I was like, okay, you can just jump into the bet because not many others.
Yeah, out on the wing at the MCG, he'll be fine.
Yeah, Grundy, I like. He's going against Nank, and those big bodies like Nank, Big O, sometimes do worry me. But
they worry Grundy at the end of the day. I think they beat the shit out of Grundy sometimes. So
yeah. Jack Ross there, sort of like high half forward role there for, I'm not exactly too sure of his CBAs. I was put off with him early on in the year when he was a bit too inconsistent. He was like a yo-yo, I guess. He would hit one week, then miss. But, I mean, the form guide is like showing that he has been a bit more consistent of late. So, I mean, he's there, but the point is not someone with confidence.
Not getting any midfield minutes.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, he's one of the, look at this. He's like the 8 out of 10 here, and I just don't like him. I don't know. It's pretty shit.
Inclusion of Dion Prestia has definitely thrown a spanner into this mix because I feel like they're going with a really old midfield mix now. They're going with Prestia, Hopper, Taranto as their guys now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So someone I'm not that keen on. Toby Nankervis, his misses have been 13, 10, 14. So again, I do like Nank, but not enough to really include. So $1.45, I'd rather include Hopper, which I'll get to in a second. In the 20 posse bracket, though, there is a bit more value. So Taranto and Hopper, like, again, you just got to consider James Jordan will probably sit on one of them. I think it'll be Taranto, which leaves Hopper a bit more room to do what he needs to do. That's why I've included him. Chad Warner coming off a miss, 19, right? So very close. Chad Warner usually pisses in 20, easy. So he's one miss there, 10. He's already got tax subbed because he was sick against North Melbourne. We can remember that game. And then a genuine proper miss of 19, that is fine. So if he's $1.22, get in the bet slip.
Yeah, like the gold on him. Definitely the bet, I think, for sure.
Yeah, no, I reckon. And then I've highlighted Heaney because, look, he's only had 2 misses, 19 posies, every chance. But I kind of just like taking one or the other. I think taking both is a little greedy, but I think
I agree. And I think I like that we haven't included both. But I think if you were keen to include both, this would be a game to do it just purely off they need a fire.
Yeah.
They need it.
And like Richmond are not going to be an easy win, mind you. So Richmond are going to, like, the kids that are hungry, they want to get a win, but Sydney need to like really just, show up today. So
I think Richmond need to come out and win by like 30 plus here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh wait, Sydney need to win by 30 plus.
Sorry, Sydney need to come out and win by 30 plus. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Dion Prestia I've highlighted, but again, not much confidence. His hammies could just go any moment. So
exactly, would fucking hate. Imagine getting onto fucking 19 touches and there's 5 minutes to go. You'd be terrified.
Yeah, he's probably had a handful of games in like the last 2 years, so I'm not that keen.
I'd almost like to bet that he misses 20.
Oh yeah, could Oh, I don't know. He did.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't bet it like very good, but I just think there's a big chance that he doesn't hit that this week. Yeah. Second game back and all that shit.
Like, I would rather back the players who are in good form at the moment, like Sam Banks, who has taken that Jane Short role. Short is not back. Banks is getting some kickouts, but it's not even just the kickouts. It's just he's playing with a lot of hunger, getting up the ground, just wanting the footy. So he only took 2 kickouts last week, and he's getting 25 posies, and he took 3 the week before, 29. So yeah, he's looking great. McInerney getting a lot of the footy there for the mids, especially when Heaney has to play a bit forward. So I'm pretty sure this week... Oh, hold on, I just need to cough for a sec. Sorry. I'm pretty sure there's no other... what's the guy's name who's like Tom Papley? He's included in the forward line. Tom Hanley. Aaron Francis might be playing a bit forward. But the point is, like, Heaney's been going forward a lot, which leaves Chad Warner to do his thing. And it's also getting McInerney. Look at his last month. His last 2 months, he's only missed, like, once. So the point is, I really like McInerney.
Yeah, nice.
Rowbottom, I just highlighted. I wouldn't really go, but he's almost a coin flip value when he's 7 out of 10. Sorry, let me get into the...
Rowbottom will get one of the Taranto and Hopper matchups too. Not as a tag, but as a stand next to him kind of guy. So
yeah. On to 25, Hopper. So look, he's gone hit, miss, and his misses, right? 23, 24, 23, very close. 29 last week, a good showing against GWS for them. So I like Hopper. But again, when I say I've shortened my odds my bet to $25 just because I'm like, I don't like this enough. And at the end of the day, there's no one else I'd really include over him. So, I mean, I could go in for 20, but then I have to start including other people that I don't like for 15 and 20.
Yep.
Sam Banks, huge. I think he's better value than... so his last month, he's hit all his last month and he's $2.15. A little bit of value there. And Richmond are playing with a bit of spark, intensity. Goal scorers, I reckon Heaney could, kick one.
Heaney and Chad would be the only two who would really tempt me there, I think. So
yeah, Tom Hanley didn't pop up. If he's not sub, I'd be tempted to include him. But yeah, otherwise not much value there for goal scorers. I'd almost go like Will Hayward for 2, but like I know it's more of a feeling than the stats for that one because he's what 3 out of 10 for 2. Like I don't know, I just don't like it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, on to the next one.
Sounds good. Yeah, this one's one where you could, if you got stuff to do today, this is one you could miss, I reckon. So.
Wait, this? Oh, as in the other one?
Yeah, Richmond. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say no.
If you got to go mow the lawn today, that'd be the time to do it, and make sure you're on the couch by 4 o'clock. Though.
Yeah, I was gonna say this one, the Geelong Gold Coast game. I'm gonna be sitting at home watching this one. This is gonna be great. So my boy, my favorite player this year for 20+, Johnny Noble. Let me just start the timer.
Yeah. That's fair. I will allow the lock again.
Come on, Jono, embrace the Noble. I'm going to get to him in the 25, but I was very bullish on him for 25. So 20 for me is a bit conservative, but
we do need it. Sorry, we do need to keep a tally of like I think Ryan Marrick's the only lock we've missed I think this year, but we should check that.
Well, no, so Jason Johannesson like 2 weeks ago, and then Ryan Marrick.
Fucking one pissed me off.
Yeah.
Sorry, we'll keep going. You go.
Sean Manor 15, Tom Atkins 15. Like, look at the players that we've highlighted here. Like, all 9s or 10 out of 10s. John Noble hasn't missed. Took Mill hasn't missed. Brian Myers has been huge. Remember, we were getting him at $1.90 and then $1.50. He's now $1.38. So, Brian Myers has given us no reason to stop betting on him. It's at GMHBA. It's at home. He knows that ground. I just think Brian Myers has been fantastic for Geelong. No reason to stop.
Gonna piss down again, I believe.
Oh, is that something?
The word?
Actually, you check.
Yeah, I'll check that first.
Check the weather. Yeah.
I don't think it's not, and Brian Morris shouldn't affect him at all. He'll just be crumbing packs. He'll be fine. I
think so too. While you're looking at that, Sean Manor hasn't missed. Oh, he's had 1 miss since coming into the team this year. I think that was his first game back. Otherwise, I really like him. Tom Atkins will be playing that defensive role, probably on like a Rowell or Anderson. I feel like what's the name? Either O'Connor or Mullen will take Anderson. So it just leaves a little bit of room for Tom Atkins to get some of the footy. Usually I don't like those defensive mids, but he's doing everything right that he needs to get the footy. I just double-checked Sean Manor. That was his second game back against Adelaide, where he missed but got 13 posies. So otherwise, really like him, averaging 20 in his last 3. Lawson Humphreys. Oh, you got the weather?
Yeah, so we are expecting rain around that time. Not as much as last night in that Adelaide-Brisbane game, but I still think it's going to be... we're expecting a decent amount.
Yeah, so, I was expecting more rain last night. It didn't actually rain as much as I thought.
Yeah, so maybe we just get a little bit, like maybe a bit sloppy. And also GMHBA doesn't have the best rain. It's not like the MCG where it fucking rains and then as soon as it stops raining, the ball's fucking dry again. It's like the rain sits there all day. So,
yeah.
Anyway.
Something to note, I guess, maybe for the goal scorers. But Lawson Humphreys, I like. Coming off a miss. I know Stewart's there. I know Guthrie is, playing well. Actually, I haven't highlighted Guthrie. I do like Guthrie. The point is, I like those guys. I like Geelong's backman to get a bunch of the footy. I wouldn't go Tom Stewart. I'd definitely go the youth. And Lawson Humphreys coming off a miss. This has probably been the best price he's been all year in the 15 posi bracket. So I really like it. He's usually like $1.10.
Oh, yeah. Fucking love that. That's great.
Yeah. A lot of good options. Anyone you want to speak about here or I'll just keep yapping?
Do you like Bodie? Do like Bodie.
I really like him too. Look, his last 7 he's hit.
I think he will get. Oh, who does he get? Will Powell. So Will Powell will go to Stengel. Then Bodie will probably. He might get Jack Martin and just destroy him and kind of just get fucking shitloads of ball. Jack Martin's back in the team by the way. We won't debut for Geelong.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I like Hewlin and Jeffrey, some of the backline players there. But again, I've gone John Noble. I would almost go John Noble for 25 instead of adding Hewlin, but I really like Hewlin. So the point is, he just doesn't quite beat these guys. Close to Grind Myers, I might throw Hewlin in instead, but it's just hard to deny these guys in their recent form.
Ethan Reed back, Ned Moyle dropped. Oh, Danger's back if you're interested in a Danger guy, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He was falling off a little bit, so he was 1 of 3 in his last 3.
And then going to be slow with him. Oh, I know they're going to say they're going to be slow, but it's, if anything, like his midfield minutes are only going to lessen now with that hamstring injury. So
yeah. So I just will wait and see. Moving on to the 20s. Yeah, like I said, I love John Noble. Took Miller's only missed once this year. Matt Rowell, I'm happy we got last week. He was fantastic. I think he could hit again, but for $1.22, like I didn't have much confidence in Matt Rowell. I just liked him for the wet weather. And
if you want to wait till the last second for this one, and if you see it starting to piss down, I like him a lot. So.
Yeah, I probably like Matt Rowell more then. Grind Myers, only 1 miss and just fantastic. Like, just getting up around the ground so much. He'll either sort of be high half forward, occasionally wing, not much, but mainly high half forward, just providing that outlet kick from Geelong from the back line. He'll be there, an inside 50 kick. Fantastic. Love Grind Myers at the moment. Oh, excuse me. And then moving on, anyone else there actually in the 20 that you like, or are you just happy with those ones highlighted?
Nah, I'm happy. Like, I 25 brackets had to see a guy I want to talk about there. It's crazy. We can't even get Bailey Smith anymore.
I know, $1.14, dude. So I'm kind of happy how we've played Bailey Smith. We left him for a bit.
We got him on late. We jumped on about 2 weeks late. Like, it was already going that wagon, and we're like quickly like, come on, you guys just stop and put us on. And we did. We fucking ran, and we ran that to the fucking bank.
We took it till he's under $1.20, but I'm happy we left it, waited, watched, then jumped on him.
Milked that cow dry. But anyway, it's
look, I'll highlight him, but he's $1.14 against Gold Coast.
No. I honestly, this got brought up. When did I hear about it? I can't remember what show it was, so I can't give him credit. But anyway, this got brought up. The first time Bailey Smith has been given a tag was the second half of the West Coast game, because he was on 25 touches at half time.
Yeah.
And he was kept to his lowest touch count for a half.
Wait, really? Because then he still got, he got 13 in that half. Okay.
Yeah, which is still great, because like 13 is still 25. But West Coast not really, and Brody, Hoff is the tagger. I don't think Hoff's any fucking tagger. If Gold Coast Took Miller maybe I could see, and Took's a fucking angry motherfucker. I could see Took going to him and just giving him.
That worries me about Took for 20, but yeah.
Nah, because it's not like it's not a hard tag. It's always like,
just keep him accountable.
Stand next to him at the contest and just bump him off the fucking ball and shit. So, I do like just to me, like, we've only seen it for a half and it kind of worked with a shit player doing it. So what can a team that actually knows how to run a fucking midfield do against a guy to stop him? Like, no one's tried to yet. So I also see, in saying that, Max Holmes is a much more juicier tag guy there than Bailey. I think Max Holmes suffers from a tag as really, we've seen that. If you tag Max Holmes,
St Kilda and Melbourne, they shut him down, and Melbourne tagged him at GMHPA. I feel like for me, if I was going in, I would tag Bailey Smith. He is like not only damaging on the field, but he's also like the crowd favorite. You shut him up, shut the crowd up, like just keep him down low. So
it's crazy that no one's tried it yet. And I think I don't know, Hardwick's pretty smart. It'll be interesting. I'm intrigued to see what happens there.
Yeah, and I've just highlighted Anderson in like sort of a little warning colour, just because I like his odds and his form, but you've got O'Connor or Mullen who might do a job on him, and or Atkins. I don't know, but the point is Geelong are smart as well, so they're not just going to let Anderson just get... Look at his last month. He's probably averaging he's averaging 37 posies. Geelong are not going to let that happen. So
I think Mullen will get Anderson. It'll be a hard shutdown tag, follow him around all day.
I think so too.
And Atkins and Rao will go head to head.
Yep.
And Rao should beat him up, but Atkins is playing pretty well. And then I think it's Took and Bailey.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is a great matchup. So that leads me to like why I like John Noble a bit more, because I think he'll go almost unchecked. Yeah. Anyway, that's the thought behind it. But just as you can see, we're a bit hesitant with the 25s this week.
Yeah, I prefer Johnny for. It's GMHB always concerns with halfbacks. Just like I like it, love him for 20. 25 is just like that narrow ground. It's not as easy to get that cheap sideways kick.
Yeah.
So,
no, I understand that one, and that's part of that went into it. Oh, sorry. Let me just pause for 1 sec. All right, moving on to the goal scorers. Jono, do you have anything you want to mention for these?
Yeah. Good highlight here, Jack Martin. First game at the GMHB. If he's not the sub, I like it. I like it.
So Jack Martin I've included just because, like, first game back, 10 out of 10. Like, I don't know what's going to happen with him, but I feel like first game back, they're going to get around him, just make sure he's comfortable, kick a goal.
He's not going to be playing up the ground either. I don't think he's going to stay close to fucking Jeremy Cameron kind of role, or like. But in the rain as well, the word on him is he plays better in the wet, is what they say. So.
Yeah, so someone to note there. Ollie Dempsey, 9 out of 10. He's been freaking huge. So I know Danger's back, but even when Danger was away, Ollie Dempsey was still playing his wing role, occasionally half forward. So I really like Dempsey for a goal. So I was very close to include him for a goal instead of Grind Myers for 20. It's just hard. I think the Dangerfield and the Martin factor came in. I'm like, is Dempsey really going to have to play that much forward? Not that he's,
Yeah, it's a tricky one.
Yeah.
The only other ones there that just Ben Long, if he was $1.20, I'd love it, but he's just under that $1.20 threshold. And you're like,
Actually, look, $1.70 is very close, and sometimes between game day he might go up an extra 3 cents. And if it's rain, like if it's wet, like you'll get the best value for him that you'll ever get. And I still think they're good to kick one, at least in wet conditions. Cool. Moving on to the next game, which is GWS versus Port. So I've actually, I did $40 on this because it was like the last bit I had in the sports bet account. I'm still confident in this one, but I might do another bet or something on Ladbrokes or Neds or something later.
Interesting. Briggsy's injured and they're debuting a new ruckman who they've got a lot of praise on, Nick Madden.
Okay.
Been talked about for a couple of years now, and they has been killing it in the VFL. Won't obviously affect this bet wise, but just something to note. So.
Yeah, nice. Well, someone that is coming in, that is actually, or two people coming in that are going to affect this bet. One, Brent Daniels for GWS, and two, Kane Farrell for Port. So Kane Farrell, I really, really like in the back line there. I think he's going to get some kickouts. He's like no disrespect to Kane Farrell, he's just a lesser sort of Dan Houston sort of role. So I like him. He's only missed, I think it was once this year, or I don't even know if that was this year actually, because I don't know if he's played the 9 games. He's been out for a bit.
Nah, he hasn't played the 9 games.
No, but the other one, Brett Daniels. So I really like him. Super damaging, runs a lot and comes up the ground. Half forward, he will be around some stoppages. He's there for an outlet kick. I really like Brett Daniels. He did me so well last year, and even to start the year, he got subbed I think once, and it fucked me over. He got injured. But the point is, if Brett Daniels is back and healthy, I really like him.
Yeah, love it.
Last two to just mention, Connor Iden for 15 plus
I think we've almost backed him every game this year.
Yeah, even though he's getting shorter and shorter odds, I still like Connor Iden. He just seems safe as houses back there. Willem Drew for 15. He's had one outlier stinker game, but without that, I think he is probably the lock and the best value. I almost would have gone Brett Daniels or Lockie. Oh, actually, Lockie Asher could have gone gold. Hasn't missed this whole year. Like 25, been huge. All Australian. Yeah. Can I do a last minute change? Can I do Lockie Ash instead?
Yeah, I think I would personally get Lockie Ash.
Actually,
it's just like Whitfield's getting the attention. He just fucking let him. No one's gonna. You can't go into a game and go. And no one can justify it. Let's tag Lockie Ash over Whitfield. They're just not going to do it.
Yeah, that is true. 1 sec. All right, there we go. Just through the magic of editing, Jono and I have agreed to do Lockie Ash instead. I think that is a much safer bet.
No, Willem Drew was never the lock. I don't know what you're talking about.
Jono's throwing me under the bus for this one. But yeah, I like the bet for this one. And you'll notice someone I haven't included, we'll get to, that I really like usually. Actually, let me stop the timer just for a sec because I was pausing the video for a bit. But anyway, we'll go through the 15 posies. Iden, Drew, Farrell, Daniels, all of them I've included. Yeah, I mean, I could highlight like Bergman or Green, or I just don't have as much confidence with them. But they're there. I mean, I don't know.
We did call that as well. Like after Green went bonkers, that was great. That 28, it's fucking gone.
That was huge.
Unfortunately, we missed it, and if you miss it, oh well, you missed it. Don't worry about it. Forget about it, because there's no point doubling down on it if it's not there.
Yeah, and see, this is why I would much rather bet on someone after a miss. Like, Toby Green has one of his best games for the year, 28 posies. A lot of chumps would bet on Toby Green, like, oh, look, 28. Yeah, great. We're like, no, he had a great game. And his value went really down. His value was like $1.15. Like, no, you don't have to bet on him. And now his value's gone up. This is where I would bet on him after a miss. Like, I would almost highlight him just to prove that point. But the point is, I'm not betting on him. I think there's better options, but that's the reason where I like to bet on a player.
Yeah, I think that's fair. In fairness, he still has that CBA count there, but we just it was a fucking hiding for nothing. After 28, he's not going to back it up. So.
Yeah, no, I think so too. He could back up to 12, but after 28, no way. Brett Daniels.
I think he could turn it around from the 12. What are we? We're asking for 15. Yeah, three more touches. I actually good highlight. I actually think if we're going to add a leg, I'd add him in.
Yeah, I know you like Toby Green. In the 20 posi bracket, so there's not much value here. Like, I would wait and see what happens with like Butters if he maybe goes out a little bit. But look at that, it goes from $1.08. Then there's $2 and then $1.72. I have never seen like such crazy contrast between like four players.
Yeah,
look, it's like traffic lights.
But look, you can see why though. It's 10, 10, 10, and it's just like.
And then it goes 10, 9, 4. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no value. Let's just even skip these bad boys.
And the thing is, we mentioned this in the review. I like Josh Kelly, but any other time you'd be like, look, $1.28, 9. His one miss has been 17. Why not? If he's on the wing, I don't like him. So if he's playing on the ball, then sure, get in the bet.
For the people who don't have like much, like don't see haven't know enough about the wing roll, you are restricted to half the ground. You get to run up and down the ground, but you're not a midfielder who gets to follow the ball everywhere. You are running only half the ground, so literally half the chance.
And to anyone who watched the Doggies game on Thursday night and who bet on Williams, like pretty much we all did, Bailey Williams plays a lot on the wing there. If the ball is not on your side of the ground, he can not touch it for a quarter plus. So, and that is scary to me, asking 20. 15, I can take the punt on a wingman for sure. No worries, that's fine. 20 plus is a different story.
Yeah, there is exceptions, but
And Kelly played 100% wing that last round against Richmond, so that's why I'm hesitant. So he's normally not a winger, but just keep that in mind. Onto the 25, I've highlighted Tom Green, Lockie Ash, and Lockie
I think
Whitfield.
Tom Green's, that's good value.
That is great value. I'm surprised I didn't include him. I think that is fantastic value. Look, he might have a bit of a Willem Drew tag, but Tom Green, 25 doesn't bother him at all.
Actually, the Bergman tag would be interesting today.
That is true. They've done that for the last month or so.
Yeah, that would be one to look out for if that happens. But I would not say you've done anything wrong by including Tom Green in your bet here. So
I really like Tom Green. Lockie Whitfield does what he needs to do. He's actually listed on ball, which is a little weird. So I mean, I think Lockie Whitfield will get 25. No matter
I think
where.
we said we're worried about this role change. Well, it hasn't fucking mattered, has it?
Yeah, it hasn't mattered. He's still hitting, but I would just rather play Lockie Ash, who just knows what the F he's doing in the backline role there. You'll notice someone who I haven't highlighted, Connor Rosie. So you know why? Ryan Burton is playing. Kane Farrell is playing. Connor Rosie is actually listed on ball. I never really liked Connor when he was playing on ball. I loved him in the half back line, but I don't think they'll need him half back this game. That's my call.
Oh, you reckon?
That's my call.
Oh.
So I think Connor is going to be playing mostly on ball, which is why I don't really like it. But anyway,
I think he will be playing halfback, and I like him.
And fuck you, James.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I guess if there's any doubt, why risk it? So,
that's the whole point. At the end of the day, you guys might feel completely different. Where look, Connor Rosie, he's in the back line, he's popping off. Why move him? I just think he's got now another 2 other players doing that exact same role, and he's listed on ball. I know never trust the lineup sheets, but this will be a thing where I'm going to see before the game. Before the game starts, they're just training in their little groups. If he's training in the back line or if he's training in the on ball group, that's going to solidify it for me.
If you can hold off making your bet until you see where he's standing, then I would be. If he's, I think he will play backline, but like James said, Ryan Burton's there now, Kane Farrell's there now. Is there a need? And also, they're getting spanked. Look, it's been great. The move to put him in the halfback's been great, but they're still getting fucking walloped. What's the point?
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not sure if it's a permanent role or if it's a thing he just needed to go there while there were some injuries in the back line and just needed to grow some confidence. Either way, the point is there's risk and doubt there, which I don't like. So there's other players we can get with no risk.
Well, I'm just on that. If they do pull off the Wanganeen Miller move, right, there is no Connor Rosie is a midfield. There's no point having Connor Rosie and Wanganeen Miller in that back line. Right.
Oh, you're talking about
like a long term. I'm just thinking, and I think they're a big chance of getting Wanganeen Miller. And I'm just thinking, like, surely there's no plan to keep him in that backline long term.
No, I think so. To me, I think Connor Rosie is a midfield player, but I just think he's having a great stint, which helps his confidence because he was very yo-yo-y in the midfield. And as a captain, I feel like you need a bit more certainty. So I just think it's been a great move, but I just don't know how long it's going to last.
Yeah, exactly.
The goal scorers. Why is Callum Brown? Something's going on with the spreadsheet where it's not ticking over for Callum Brown. But I wouldn't really bet on him anyway. Riccardi, playing a bit of the ruck. Aaron Cadman. Like there's maybes in here. Darcy Byrne-Jones, I probably like the most. Oh, your boy Tom Green, great call on him last week, who kicked the goal. So $3 odds.
Still got the value's even better than it's not as good as last. No, it's better than last week.
Yeah, I think it's actually better. I think he was like $2.80 or something. So he's $3 this week after kicking a goal.
And if you're going to do that, I would not include any other legs. If you want to do a side bet on Tom Green, even go for that. But it's $3. Why include anything else?
Yeah. Or if you want to do the same leg bonus offer thing, you would go Tom Green and then just like absolute certainties in my book, like Tom Green for 20 or Lockie Whitfield for 20. You do something that is just super safe. So
yeah, I agree.
But yeah, the goal scorers just don't fill me with a lot of confidence. I mean, I like Byrne-Jones, but maybe not enough to bet. Oh, I kind of do like Byrne-Jones the most out of that. He's very tempting.
Yeah, Powell Pepper's there, but there.
Yeah, I could highlight him, but again, just not much confidence in.
Nah.
Anyone for this one or move on?
Nah, there's not much there.
No, easy. Move on to the North Melbourne West Coast game.
Where is it? It's in fucking...
Yeah, I don't know where Bunbury is. Where is
3
that?
hours fucking rural from Perth.
Okay, so...
it's a North... By the way, this is a North Melbourne home game.
What? Okay, wow.
They sold this game to Bunbury, or where the fuck it is.
I mean, how much? Because they would get a lot of money from their home games at Marvel, wouldn't they? So,
well, they must be fucking want to get a lot for this.
A lot of brown paper bags, I reckon.
So in fact, North Melbourne will be wearing their home kit, I assume, like the home shorts and everything, and to play them over in Perth or Western Australia.
Yeah, that is actually very odd. I didn't even know where this was. So,
yeah.
Anyway, for the bet itself, I've gone Harley Reid, Jack Graham, 15. Yeah. Give him, come on, double birds for Reid. Jack Graham, and then Luke Davis-Uniacke for 25. I think he'll have a great one against West Coast. I am a slight little bit worried about that Hoff tag that he did on Bailey Smith. I still think...
I don't rate Hoff.
Especially
LDU, he's just going to bullet. It's not like Bailey's not going to go full run through a bloke. Yeah. LDU would.
LDU's just a bull. He's a beast.
Honestly, I think Hoff, if anyone, would go to a Sheasel.
I hope so too. And Jamie Cripps for a goal is the last one included. So I actually really like this one. Oh shit! Sorry, let me start the timer.
We do need to pick a lock, which is pretty tricky.
Oh, I haven't picked a lock, have I? No.
I think my lock would be honestly Harley.
Mine would be Harley or Jack Graham. They've both missed once. I don't know if I have the confidence with Reid or Graham. I don't know. Is this maybe? Do we have to do a lock?
No, we don't. I think we just need to pick. Yeah, we'll leave that. No locks.
This one doesn't have like a absolute lock for some reason, and the lock comes in, deep within. So
it really festers.
Yeah, and nothing is really just stewing in.
Without our Ryan, I think this is a tribute to Ryan Marrick.
Ryan Marrick has fucked our locks.
Yeah, the Ryan Marrick lock of the week, as we'll be calling it, as a tribute to Ryan Marrick. We're never picking a West Coast player again.
The Ryan Marrick lock of the week, aka someone who's gonna fucking shit it up. No.
Can't for the Ryan Marrick lock of the week. We'll pick our lock of the week. Sorry, at the end of the video, but yeah, Ryan right now. I don't like it. No. Tribute to Ryan Marrick, we're not picking anyway.
The bet itself I actually really like, but just maybe not enough lock. Yeah, as John was saying, could be like Harley Reid. I like Jack. I like all of them. It's the reason I've included them, but maybe not a lock potential. Harley Reid has been great. The only doubt in my mind is when he plays a bit too much forward, but he's going against North Melbourne.
Look at his form, though.
Yeah. And even when he does play forward, he'll play in the mid, get a bunch of the footy. I think, I like Harley
think
Reid.
it's not long. He's not going to be long till we lose the 15 bracket.
Yeah, and while he's there for value, definitely pick it up, considering when all these bums here are less than $1.20. Jack Graham just missed one game. He's looked great for them after moving over from Richmond to West Coast. Been fantastic. Really rate him. I think his CBAs, again...
They fluctuate a bit, but it's even the weeks where he doesn't have the CBA count, he's just start half forward, and then I'm just going to stand around. Like, I'm going to be an extra on baller. Because their midfield sucks, they need extra bodies around there, and they just sacrifice an extra forward to get him around the ball.
Yeah, I was going to say, his CBAs aren't, great, averaging, 33, but he's around the footy.
He's still a genuine midfielder.
Yeah. So. Anyway, I like Dylan Stephens from Sydney to North. He's looked fantastic, but $1.18, he's very close to including. Just remember that 8 out of 10 is going to tick over to a 9 out of 10 most likely, and then he'll be a 10 out of 10. So his value is probably going to go sub $1.10 after this. Liam Duggan, I like. I almost would go for 20 plus just because he's the one now taking the kickouts, but I think I'm scarred from Ryan Marrick. I don't know what the fuck's going on with their backline situation. Who knows? Fucking Oscar Allen could be taking the kickouts next week. I don't know.
Yeah. Fuck guys.
Yeah, in the 20 posi bracket though, I've highlighted Sheasel. Even though his last 2 weeks he's just gone just on 20. The only reason I've highlighted him is because Harry Sheasel for $1.14 for 20 plus is a rarity. He is usually, you can't even pick him for the 20
I think
plus.
he's going to shift that in against.
You'd think so, no matter where he plays. If he's playing half forward, on ball, whatever the heck.
Even with the tag.
Yeah, I still think 20 should be okay for him. Only reason I haven't, because there's others I like more. Caleb Daniel, if he goes to $1.20 before the game, which I think he will, I really like. Haven't included him for the first, for now. Liam Baker, I really like too. Just after a 29, after his best posi game for the year, I think he might maybe just come down to a 21, 22 posi game. Oh, fuck. I like Liam Baker.
Big chance for a win too. He might rally the boys, get on the back.
I do like Liam Baker. Jai Simpkin, he's been someone who's done well. I think he's only had the 2 misses this year, but I just don't have that much confidence with him for 20 plus. I don't know how to describe it.
He goes missing too much for me. Or he's the type of guy you're like, fuck, I haven't even seen Giant Simpkin for half an hour.
You're like, fuck, he's on 6 posis at halftime. Oh, now
I don't care if you're a slow accumulator and but I just like guys who tick away. I don't like a guy that I'm going to see sit on fucking 0 and then pop off 5 in 2 minutes. I just let's just chip away at that 20. I don't want to see my guy just fucking sitting on 6 at halftime. And
I think just what helps your case is he's a midfielder. Midfielders should be ticking away a bit more consistently. So maybe for a forward or something, you might have him in spurts, or a wingman. Wingman can go in spurts for sure. But your midfielder should be ticking up.
And
slowly.
Captain as well. I don't know.
Ryan Marrick I've highlighted because he's green and green. You think every day of the week that should be a lock, but as you probably heard from us complaining all the time, Ryan Marrick, don't know where his role is going to be. Well, we probably do know it's going to be on the wing, but that's not a 20 plus posi role.
With the fucking sub.
Or he got the sub vest for not doing his thing. So I don't know, just yuck.
I hope it returns. I hope the role returns.
If Ryan Marrick takes a kick out, I'm going to be very happy.
No, we can't do it. No, unfortunately.
Luke Parker's had 2 down games, but he's great value there. I wouldn't bet on him personally because I feel like the whole point of him to come over was to help the young boys of North Mid, flourish. He's done his role, and I feel like he just needs to take a backwards seat. That's just me. Yeah,
Parker, look at the drop. Look at the drop off.
15, 16. And plus, Wardlaw's back now. I don't think... Parker had a really great start to the year, but with Wardlaw, Powell, Sheasel playing on ball, LDU...
Unhand the keys over, mate.
Yep, exactly. Onto the 25. LDU is probably my favourite there. Sheasel, just a little bit of a concern just with his last 2 weeks. Sheasel's usually a ball magnet, but with LDU, I just know he's going to be around stoppages. And he is a hard man to tackle. He's a beast. Gets a lot of small handballs. Great runner. I love LDU. So
it's a weird now. Sheasel's not. His CBA count's dropped, but he's not playing back. He's gone back to it's not this backline pig role anymore. I don't know what it is. It's
well,
weird.
while you're looking at his CBAs, his kickouts completely dropped. So he was kind of damaging Caleb Daniel.
I don't know what he's playing then, because last week had 7% or the other week 7% CBAs. So
Yeah, so I think he's starting half forward and coming like around ball because he's definitely not in the back line. And I'll be the first one to admit I haven't watched that. I usually watch most games of the week.
So he did that 3-week patch of the backline pig. It was great.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, not anymore. So just wait and see with Sheasel. For the goal kickers, though, Jamie Cripps has missed one this year, and that was his first game of the year. Otherwise, he's hit 9 in a row, looking huge. Of all teams to bet on for a goal scorer, it would be like a North, a Richmond, a bottom team. So, getting my bet for that goal scorer.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I like that. There's no one else there that really piques my interest.
Yeah, I mean, like Constantine's all right value, but I just wouldn't go him. 7 out of 10.
We're not putting fucking Jacob Constantine.
I'm just saying because he's 7 out of 10 and he's better than a coin flip. But I'm just saying there's value there. But yeah, otherwise no one else.
Set your money alight.
I hope he fucking kicks one.
Yeah, I hope he kicks fucking 10.
Jack Williams, I've highlighted, plays a lot of forward, especially when there's no Waterman. So Waterman's out. So actually, I don't mind Williams. He's looked good of late. So $1.44. I actually don't mind him, surprisingly. Oh, Paul Curtis. He's having a great year. What is he for 15? Paul Curtis. Oh, sometimes it's fucked where he's not.
He doesn't even get a market.
Yeah, but
that's some bottom. $2.90.
Ooh, okay. So I was just curious. I wouldn't go on him, but
before he got he's 2 out of 10.
No, I know, but he was in great form. Like, look at his 14, 12. Anyway, he was getting in my considerations. This is just a little.
Well, one thing I'd say there, almost like in the Tom Green kind of bracket with the goal, you could almost just go him for 15 in a one-off.
And because I know he got suspended, was out for 3 weeks, but he is looking amazing. I know his posies aren't reflecting it, but against a West Coast, I feel like he could at 15. I'm highlighting him. Jump on him.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I think we done for that one.
Burning fucking money here, are we?
Anyone else you want to highlight? Or?
Nah, I don't think. Harley Reid for a goal, maybe if you're that intrigued, but yeah, nothing great. I wouldn't even highlight. So.
No, on to the last. Well, this is the last one I've included here, just because the teams.
I'm very upset that we have not included a certain guy here. Actually, I just saw that he's got Vuckle value, so that's fair enough.
Wait, who? Oh, okay, I remember who. So Jono loves anyone going up against Toddy Goldstein.
Well, I love Ready Main, proper ruckman going up against Goldstein.
$1.60.
I don't hate that.
Yeah. I'll highlight him for you because he's
lock of the week.
Actually, wait, yeah, is Goldie playing or is it the?
Yeah, Goldie's playing. They've brought in another forward, Liam but I feel like he's going to go down back potentially this week. This new kid, there's no ruck help coming.
Yeah,
it's Peter Wright and Goldie.
Yeah, so that's why Jono likes TDK there. I'll just quickly recap my bet. I'll say I haven't placed it yet because I don't have any of those bonus bet things, and this is like a Sunday night. So by the time the game comes around, I'll have.
Good. So we can add him in.
Yeah, we can actually. But the players I've done, Mason Redmond for 15 should be absolutely fine. I mean, I'm a little concerned if Zach Merritt's down there, but not really. 15 for Redmond should be no drama.
They can't start the game with Zach Merritt in the back line.
Oh, surely not. But they've got Durham, Caldwell, and Parrish is back this week. So
I like Archie.
I like Archie Roberts too. He's the one. He's still hitting 20 even when Merritt was back there. So McGrath seems to be.
This is the start of the year we were getting him for 15.
Yeah, and now he's this price for 20 plus. So we got him a couple of times for 15, but I think he has shown he can do the 20 plus bracket. So this is an interesting one, and you'll probably see Cripps for 25 out of all the Carlton boys. So just ignore the 5 out of 10 because you got to remember a lot of those misses was when Kerno and Mackay were not playing, or it was one or the other or none. So
and Pat had to ruck.
Yeah, he had to ruck. He had to play forward. As soon as he's now back in the midfield doing his thing, he is looking great. And I just feel like against Essendon, like a Melbourne team, Sunday night, before the public holiday, eyes will be on him. I just think this is a game where Paddy Cripps absolutely shines.
There's one thing I would say is, there'd be only one adjustment I would make on this one.
Yep.
I would switch out Cripps for TDK.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I could see that too.
But I like Cripps, don't get me wrong. It's one or the other. I wouldn't do both.
Yeah, something to consider. We might do a post for this one Sunday. I will definitely have to do a post for the Monday bet because I haven't been able to do that because the teams are not released. They're not released when I was doing this video. And yeah, they're still not released. So anyway,
those teams won't come out till we might even. Yeah, we'll have to do an update on that one.
Yep. No, for sure. Moving on for the rest of this. Sard, I like good value, but you can go Redmond, who's 10 out of 10. Centerfield, just under $1.10. Dersmard's coming off a miss. He's great. And a wingman for 15 plus. I like. We've spoken about wingman not really for 20, but for 15, great. Not much that I like in here. Harry Mackay is $1.40.
I don't hate Blake Acres.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I don't
8 out of 10.
Too.
I think the 11 was when he did the fucking shoulder.
Oh, okay. Mitch McGovern has hit a bunch of form recently too in the back line there, but he's someone who easily could go 6 in a row and not hit.
And he could also get swung forward.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hopefully not. Someone who I actually wanted to bet on who...
Oh, so you fucking got injured last time, didn't you?
Yeah, so he was on track in the first quarter. He was on 4 at quarter time, but then got hit twice, and he was just looking all sore and then looked nowhere near it. But in a full game, if he's fit and healthy, I really like Jack Silvani, and he would kind of be like, you're bullish on TDK, I'm bullish on Silvani. I haven't quite included him, but he would be the one maybe to swap out for a Cripps or a Archie Roberts or someone that, I wouldn't add to the leg, but I would definitely replace.
Could you just into the 20s for a sec? There's just one player I want to see why he's... Oh, sorry. Don't worry. I was wondering, I'm like, maybe we could sneak a Parish for 15 in here, but nah, he's not even... There's no
$1.18, and for a guy who's coming back...
20, though. I was just saying, if it was for 15, I was like, I like that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, I forgot to start the clock. Let me just do this for like 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
I'll do 4. We've been chatting for a while. So in the 20 posi bracket, Nick Martin, Sam Walsh, Adam Chera, I like as little, sweeteners and stuff. 9 out of 10. They're all very close. 17, 18, 19 are all their misses. So they're going to, be very close no matter what. Jai Caldwell, playing a lot in the mid. His time on ground was just a slight bit of a worry for me at the moment because he's come back, I think, for 2 games now. And with Parish back, he might lose a little bit of pure midfield minutes, but I don't know. The point is, there's a little bit of a worry there. I do like him, but anytime there's a bit of that second guess or hesitancy, I kind of just chill. But since coming back from his injury, his time on ground has been 68, 65, 74, 79. So it has gone up. It's going upwards. But I think the time on ground also went a bit up when Sam Durham got injured last week. So if he's playing like low 70s time on ground, I'm not a huge fan.
Yep.
You want to talk about your boy or anyone else for the 20s?
TDK, I like. I think even in the previous form, it's a 17. It's a 17. I can't remember when the 11 was. Don't know who that was against. But against Goldie, he's coming off a week off as well, while Goldie's not coming off any rest. He's every chance to just jump over the fucker Goldie and just run him around, and I like him.
That 11 was against North Melbourne, so Tristan Cherry, where he's getting 170s in Supercoach.
And also, Tristan Cherry's going to beat him up and all that shit. Well, that's not going to fucking happen with a fucking Goldie. Yeah. TDK is going to be looking at this. This is me getting this. I can get back into form with this game.
Yeah. So. No, I think that's a good one. Last one.
Probably our last chance with the Goldie factor. Yeah. Maybe I could chuck in an extra ruckman. I think it's at some point. So
no, that's a good point, and you've been bullish on all the ones against Essendon. One I just want to mention, Sam Durham. He got an 8. Don't be afraid by that one at all. He got injured pretty early in the game, and then had to play full forward most of it because couldn't afford to sub him off. Kicked the goal, but yeah, he just couldn't run. So ignore that 8. That was injury.
There is one guy that we need to. Now I don't think it's going to affect any of the guys we're showing there. Chin Cotter's back.
Oh, you reckon it'll go to Merritt or someone?
Merritt.
Yeah.
Merritt. Especially if Merritt's on half back. That's just playing into Carlton's hands there.
Yeah. So. Well, I've highlighted Merritt, but maybe it's someone to I don't know. It's someone to...
No, leave as a highlight, but it is his first game back, but it'd be interesting. Now, they're also named Fantasia and Williams. They don't really need Chincotta there for the goal kicking factor. I think he's there to tag. So, I think it's there for the Zach Merritt tag.
Yeah, that is a very good point. And you can see with Cripps and Hewitt, who is 9 out of 10, green and green, any day of the week I would go him. But I just think Cripps against Essendon, another big club Sunday night, Cripps has been fantastic going back into the mid. So
you don't like him off of the miss?
Sorry?
You don't like him off the miss?
Oh, there's sometimes it's a big miss. I think there's sometimes where it's if they miss by a couple of posies, it is what it is. They played their game, they had a stinker. But fuck, Hewitt had an absolute stinker, and I'm pretty sure
worst game, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was against Sydney, and he wasn't tagged.
It was against GWS.
Oh, was it? Oh, it was. That's right. With Toby Green popped off, so he wasn't
Yeah.
tagged. I think he was on Tom Green and just fucking stunk it up.
Yeah.
So I don't like that at all. That is a big miss when he's missing by 8 posies.
If Chincotter's in the team to tag and he's going to go to merit, well, Hewitt's just going to do like Hewitt's not going to play no one. Like when they go, oh, you're going to go stand on Tom Green, he doesn't do his thing.
Yeah.
And he's their best player this year currently. He's played the best footy. Let him fucking be himself.
Yeah. So like I like Hewitt, but I don't know, something's pulling me to Cripps more. But again, we haven't finalized this bet. Maybe...
No, I agree. I
Yeah.
don't. I think Cripps big game, captain's game, all that shit.
Yeah, against Essendon, Cripps usually feasts against like Essendon, sort of Collingwood, the big sort of Melbourne club games. So
Fuck, he might even get some hit outs against Goldie. Get some extra fucking touches. So.
Yeah, potentially. For the goal scorers, I've highlighted a couple. Nick Martin, coming off half forward, he's a great runner. So sometimes when the ball's turned over quick, he can be there. Archie Perkins, 8 out of 10, $1.44, great. Coming off a miss too. Nate Caddy is actually probably good value. A lot of hype around him. Looked great against Brisbane. $1.22. That might be
if he gets
cheap.
Weedering though, I hate it.
Yeah, I hate it. He's a great mark. It's just probably the best value you'll get for Nate Caddy maybe for a while, because those full forwards he'll start to average like almost 2 goals a game. Maybe not early, but
I think he's going to be a genuine player.
Yeah, I think he's a genuine player, and $1.22 for someone of this caliber, I think. Yeah, I think
isn't it interesting if you look at his goals this year? Like, if he kicks 1, he usually kicks 2.
Yeah.
Like he's
actually,
only yeah. If he's kicking 1, he's going to kick 2.
Yeah.
So if you like him for 1,
may as well go 2. And why stop there? Go through. No, the point is, like Nate Caddy for the value, but the one I've included in the bet, Charlie Curnow for 2 goals.
I was going to say, if I much rather Charlie for 2 than I like Nate Caddy for 1, though.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. He's hit his last 7 in a row. Not the Coleman medalist of last year, that was Hogan, but 2 years ago. He's starting to look back. So I think Carlton have been a little bit of a basket case this year, or even like the last 12 months or something since they've had that downward spiral. But yeah, Curnow's looking back. Cripps is in the mid. I feel like Carlton win this one. I just think Curnow has to kick 2. Mackay's down the forward line as well. I just think everything is right. Everything is like set out for them to play well for this.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, and I'm just going to go to our little summary page here. Oh shit, that's the one without Jono. This one with Jono. So just a little reminder for this round, the bye round, round 13, because there's the game on Monday night. Monday, Arvo, 3 o'clock, the King's birthday game. The team is not out, so Jono and I will do a post. Don't know when it will be, maybe Sunday night, maybe Monday morning, but the point is we'll have updated odds for that one.
I think with that one, there's only a couple, there's guys that, I know we spoke about him earlier, Darcy Cameron. I don't like him against Gawn, though. I think Gawn just beats him.
I still do like Darcy Cameron, but the usual suspects will consider, Darcy Cameron is going up against Gawn, that is.
And they're just, what's Gawn to Darcy Cameron? Gawn's just a much better version of Darcy. It's not like he's a big son of bitch that Cameron can run around the ground and get a touch on. Gawn's just better.
Yeah.
So...
No, that is true. The usual suspects will be like the Dacos brothers and stuff, maybe Christian Petrarca. But yeah, again, we'll see when the odds come out.
One we might consider as well, just Jamie for 2, maybe.
Oh yeah, that'd be Jamie Elliott's been in great form. The old boys for Collingwood are just doing what they're doing. So
yeah, exactly. So we'll have to wait until they announce the teams on that one.
Yeah, too easy. Well, until then, we'll do an update on the Carlton Essendon game as well.
Before we go, who's your Ryan Merrick lock of the week, James?
Actually, without sort of going through the bets and stuff off the top of my head, maybe Lockie Ash for 25. I think he'll fucking have a beast of a game. Or John Noble for 20. I do love the backline role, but
mine, which I'm happy to not I know we're not probably going to include him, but TDK for 20. You guys are going to back it in. I'm back until I see it fail. I'm backing it in.
I don't like the name Ryan Merrick lock of the week because he's fucking
he gets it's just fucking his shrine.
No, we're going to workshop that name, I swear.
Okay, fair enough.
My camera's gone all blurry, but yeah, for the meantime, we'll do a post, and thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll chat to you next week. Peace.